Hi, good evening, everybody. So today's session we are going to close around 6:30. That is when it will be. Guys, just give me a minute. Guys, you can use this session for your advantage. The duration for this session is just 1 hour. तो आप अपना 1 घंटे का टाइम यूटिलाइज कर सकते हैं. Just to ask any specific questions if you have. Hello, I'm back. Hey, hi Neha. And Neha, and I'm so sorry. Today is off, but I do this live session if I feel like. So I'm so sorry I could not take your order. So it will be taken tomorrow. So don't worry about it. Yeah, thank you so much. So tomorrow morning around 10:30 you'll get the response. It was means I thought of watching match today, right? So it was quite interesting match, and then I thought it finished on time, so I thought let's go and do a live session also before I leave. I think if anybody has any questions, please do create your token and share it with me. I'm here till 6:30, so if you wish to ask anything, please create your profile and share that with me. Yeah. I mean, after the retirement of Sachin, right, I stopped watching cricket. So, but I think these newcomers, right, a few are playing really well, and they are playing real cricketing shots. No, Neha, I mean, see, the point is, uh, your Rudraksh, I think, would be around 20 mm or so. So 20 mm, just let me show you how much. So this big it would be, right? So if you look at it, right? So it will be so. So this difference you see, right? This will be the size of the Rudraksh. So anything around 20 mm or 18 mm would not be having so much of difference, but you can see that it will be around 18 mm would be this big. So having this in your bracelet doesn't make sense, right? It's practically uh, possible, but logically you should not wear that. This much big Rudraksh you are holding in your hand doesn't look good. So the right place for this is your neck, right? And there you should be wearing it. And when you get it, you get a complete Rudraksh management kit along with uh, other things, right, which are required to energize it. uh, but you can't wear that, right? So that you can't wear. There are Indonesian beads, but they are very tiny, and I would say that they are just placebo. They doesn't work because the size is extremely small, and we even don't know whether they are seven mukhi or not. So that's where I also have it. You can see here, right? So in my neck, I don't wear a lot of things, but the only one Rudraksha I wear, and that is here. It's a very means it's the same thread which customers also get. So there is no difference in the thread. And a lot of people who are in corporate are wearing it, so it looks really good. The thread which you get is made of I don't have it here, so tomorrow I'll ask somebody to send it to you. You can see that. Your choice is yours. Yeah, means if you want to put it in the bracelet, why not? You can put it, but it will be pretty uncomfortable, is what I want to tell you in advance. They are wearing, I don't know how they are wearing it, and obviously their bead would be very small. So sometimes no, not every corporate guy. A few corporate guy, for example, I do have good friends around the industry, so a few of them have bought through us also. But if someone is looking for a promotion, or someone is looking for a change of job, uh, in those cases it works pretty well. Yeah, the one I wear is pretty custom. It has two stones attached to it. So, but generally that is not what we send to the people, because it doesn't look so fancy, right? So people don't prefer going with that. I may have something on WhatsApp. I'll send it to you. You can just have a look of it. Just hold on. You can see there, I sent you something which we sent to one of the customers yesterday, I think. So yesterday evening it was sent, and it's a very custom configuration. The guy is currently in considerable trouble, and the trouble is associated with his marriage life, plus his finances are stuck. So he is heavily invested in cryptocurrency. So just to sort that out, there were a couple of things suggested, and this combination was one of them. So what I just forwarded you, you can just have a look of it. So range varies here. The range depends on the size you are buying. So let's say if you are going with the Indonesian bead, right, which will be around 14 or so, that will cost you around 500 or 600 rupees. And if you are going ahead with the Nepali bead, which generally people go with, because they are having a decent size, the texture is very clear, the lines are very clear, and they are the ready beads. I mean, it's not like prematurely someone just took them out and started selling. So their life is totally dependent on how mature the bead was when it was curated. So the better quality of the bead you will get, based on the time of curation, the durability of the bead would increase. So it's very simple. If you have anybody elder at your home, so they can explain कि एक सूखी लकड़ी की लाइन लेंथ मतलब लाइफ कितनी होती है, और एक गीली लकड़ी को आप कहीं पे यूज़ कर लो दैन उसकी लाइफ कितनी होती है. So once the bead is ready, and if you are then plucking it and then selling it, in a way वो खुद गिरा होना चाहिए. It should fall ऑटोमेटिकली. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि वो हाफ प्रिपेयर्ड था और आपने उसको तोड़ करके यूज़ कर लिया. देन इट इज़ नॉट मैच्योर बीड. तो वो सारी चीज़ें डिफ़र करती हैं कि आपका प्राइस क्या होगा. द वन वी क्यूरेट is the bead which is genuinely grown and fallen from the tree. तो हम उसको ही रखते हैं अपने पास. It is not going to cost you your fortune. Obviously Nepali bead starts from 1200 and it goes up to 2500, 2900, 3000. So that's the maximum range. But if you are touching 26, 27 mm, then only it touches that range. And a few people on Amazon also selling this. And if you are going for the regular bead, which will be around 18 mm or so, that they are selling around in 2500 or so, I think. But here at our end it is quite reasonable. It will go around 1200 to 1500 is what it will go up to. But choice is yours. I want you to have it. No matter आप कहाँ से लेते हो, as long as you get a good bead, that is good enough. Important is having a good bead. That is very important. The one I wear is something which I got accidentally. The batch we brought, right? I went, I handpicked all the Rudrakshas, and accidentally there was a Ganesh Rudraksha in that. So I asked them, are you going to give me in the same price, or it is going to be charged separately? They said, no sir, it's your luck that you got it in this batch, so it's yours. So I took it and I used it for me. So that's the one I wear. It's pretty powerful, and it's really good. अब बाकी क्या बोलूँ? When you have it, you will feel it. But don't go with the bracelet one. That doesn't make sense. And we have been also, in one of the sessions I spoke about the research we are doing on certain things, right? For example, when certain planets are combust and they are not functioning in your favor or not able to give you the best possible results you deserve, then what are the ways to do that, right? So why are they combust? Because they have come close to Neha, so there would be a PDF sent to you. It's a 3-pager PDF. It explains a couple of things. You can delete your last message if you don't mind, Neha. I don't want this to be there. If you don't mind, please delete the last message. The PDF which will be sent to you, I removed it, so don't mind. So there would be a PDF sent to you. It will be a 3-pager document, and that explains a couple of things in very detail. The very first thing it explains, how do you energize your Rudraksha. So there are 5 steps. So 2 steps are being done at our end, and 3 steps are expected to be done at your end. So what those 3 steps are, So that goes along with the order, right? So when you order, then in your order it is sent along with that as a printout. So it's a 3 pager PDF printout. Yeah, so that explains everything. There is a kit also sent along with it. So the kit is basically containing couple of things, right? What it contains bamboo brush, um, and it also contains oil, and that oil is used to just cleanse your rudraksh every 6 months. It also goes along with vibhuti. That vibhuti is used for the very first time when you are energizing. Generally, we send 1 gram, but if somebody asks more, then we send 5 grams also. But that vibhuti comes from Coimbatore, so the vibhuti we use is sourced from Isha Foundation. So this is something we trust and we believe in. So we go and we curate from there, and that is what we send to you guys. And then we also send very good quality dhoop along with it. That is sourced from the company Fool, and you guys can go and search on Amazon. So they are pretty well established. So that dhoop is also sent along with it. And then there is an instruction manual sent which explains everything. How do you energize your rudraksh? How do you maintain it? What are the precautions you need to take? Where you can wear, where you can't wear, and all those things are being very clearly called out in that. As long as you follow that, I think you don't need anybody to tell you what to do, what not to do. So it's explained to that level. And yeah, once you get it, I think you'll not feel that you are left in dark or you don't know what to do next. So that all is pretty much covered there. And there is a video on my channel also which I created for existing and new customers both. So sometimes what happens, right? Most of the customers come and they already have a rudraksh. So why should they go and invest again? They should not, right? But how do they make sure that the rudraksh they have is genuine, is really alive, is really functioning at the moment? So for that, there is a very small video on my channel. You can go and check for it. Is your rudraksh original or something like that is the title for that. Just go and see that. It's a way of validating whether the cycles of rudraksha is still there or not. If it is not rotating clockwise or anti-clockwise, in both the cases you can confidently say that you should change your rudraksha, right? So as long as it is having clockwise or anti-clockwise rotation, in both the cases it is alive, it is all well, you should not change. You should just energize it if it is moving anti-clockwise. As long as it is there are multiple reasonings why it can move anti-clockwise. So if you see your rudraksha moving anti-clockwise, that means rudraksha is good. But maybe the place where you are testing the rudraksha is not energized enough, or the energies are not positive at that place. And if you experience any such thing, that does not mean you should change the rudraksha. It means you should clean that place. You should make sure the energies at that place are right. So I have just tried to touch that, but I haven't gone into the details of it. But if anybody is interested, maybe someday we can talk about it in a greater details, and that is definitely going to enlighten you what purpose it solves, how it functions, and understanding that is very important. Wearing rudraksha is not just enough. You must have the clarity also. why you are wearing that. So this is it. Okay. It takes around, I mean, see, it depends on the purpose for which you are wearing. The very first change you will start experiencing is the mindset you have, right? For example, let's take a hypothetical case. Mr. X wants to change his job, but he is not feeling sufficiently motivated. But he's observing his colleagues or his situations around, but he's not having sufficient motivation to do that. So the very first change he will see after wearing it within a week's time, that he'll start actively looking for change. The actions would be visible. He would start updating his profile. So all these are the reflections you will start seeing. So as far as the time frame is concerned, how soon you would start seeing the difference is as soon as one day, right? So within a day you would start seeing the change, but you need to spend a night with it so that it has some time spent with you to synchronize its energies with you. So yeah, and there is no loss. Means it's not like stones, right? So if you are wearing wrong stones, then they can damage, they can do considerable harm to you. But in this specific case, it's not going to do any damage. But at the same time, it may not work on you also if your intentions are not clear. So anybody who is going with the Rudraksh must make sure their intentions are very pure. उनकी जो आस्था होनी चाहिए उसके अंदर वो बहुत ही प्योर होनी चाहिए. Because you are wearing an extension of Lord Shiva. Remember this. वो आप एक एक्सटेंशन पहन रहे हो भगवान का. अगर आपको इतना भी उसका ज्ञान नहीं है, इतनी भी समझ नहीं है आपको, तो यू शुड नॉट वियर इट. And as long as you are wearing that extension of God, it does what it's supposed to do. So इसीलिए अलग अलग मुखी के अलग अलग यूज़ हैं. स्पेसिफिकली जो सात मुखी लोगों को सजेस्ट किया जाता है वो आपके धन के लिए, आपके उन एक्शंस के लिए जो आपके धन को बढ़ाने में आपको मदद कर सकें. सो दोज आर द क्रिटिकल एरियाज फॉर विच इट इज़ बीइंग रिकमेंडेड. तो आप उसको यूज़ करके चेंजेस विद इन अ वीक देख सकते हैं. एंड इट स्टार्ट्स रिफ्लेक्टिंग वेल. प्रॉब्लम बस एक ही होती है उसमें. मैंने शायद आपको उसका आइडिया भी दिया होगा कि अगर आप अपने वज़न से ज़्यादा सिंक्रोनाइज नहीं हैं वज़न के हिसाब से, देन इट विल मेक यू लेथार्जिक. यू विल बी स्लीपिंग अ लॉट. So a lot of people have complained, right? Because one of the guy in Bangalore, that guy was expecting a baby, and after baby he he was juggling a lot between the job and the family, and eventually he lost 4-5 kgs in during that time. And luckily after 40 days, because there is a waiting time when you have a baby at home, right? If it is a new delivery, then there is a waiting time in which you can't wear the Rudraksh. So that all is mentioned there in the document which I spoke about, Neha. So after that, when he wore, so when he took it, that time his weight was different, but when he started wearing, the weight was considerably changed. And after a week he came back saying that, oh, I'm sleeping a lot, at least I am able to sleep. So it was good, but he was sleeping extensively. So that extensive sleep was just because of that. And after a few days he managed to cope up with that, and now he's up all well. The only problem he's still struggling with, his mind is not calming down. That continues to chatter, and obviously for that he's not doing anything. Because he feels that that mind is what is keep him going, right? He's in one of the big MNCs too. So I also never pushed him that he should calm down. I tried to suggest him some meditative techniques, but that guy even never did that, because he says that even if I go for the meditation, I start thinking about geopolitics. So and when I start thinking about geopolitics, I feel that the entire world is going to collapse. So I get demotivated, because now I am thinking that why to do this meditation at all if we are going to die one day. So that is the derivative of his meditation. So the point I'm trying to make here is intention. So as long as you do not have the clear intentions of doing anything, the outcomes are going to be very surprising. So that's the reasoning. These things, whatever we talked about, is very pure in nature. So we must make sure that whatever we are doing has a very clear intentions. Okay, I think everybody would be busy watching women's World Cup final. Uh, I also thought of watching that, but I already burnt my energy watching men's cricket. Now I'll go and take a break, finish my dinner. I'm already late, and we'll connect tomorrow. I don't think I should extend it beyond. I would still give. I don't see anybody even watching, just one person, and that seems to be Neha. So if anybody wish to use this time for their benefit, I can wait for you. But if you want to enjoy your evening with your family, then please carry on. I would also be closing in the next 18 minutes, so I can wait. And Neha, if you have any other questions, you can ask. I'm pretty much free, so we can discuss that. And I also wanted to let you know, I mean, probably you can share your feedback. I wanted to have a specific appearance, right? Appearance in the sense, my dressing would remain constant. Means I'll be wearing either blue or black. So I would not be wearing any different colors. So I was thinking that in order to establish, just a thought I'm sharing with you, since nobody is asking a question, so you can share your honest opinion if you want. What I was thinking that in order to establish Lacuna Astro as a brand, I also need to make sure there is some consistency around what we talk, how we present ourselves. So that all is what we were thinking, and then we went ahead with the step-by-step approach. So the first thing we decided was the appearance of the guy who is going live and talking to the people. Second thing, we also talked about having the logo of Lacuna here, right? So embroidery of Lacuna logo here, so that you guys can see that. So that all we discussed, and I feel that this doesn't make a lot of difference. The value is the content, not guy who is delivering it. Uh, but everything has to go step by step, right? So these are the steps we are taking at the moment. Any feedbacks on that are most welcome. And most of the people may think that कि ये कभी कपड़े नहीं बदलता क्या. It's not like that. I have a pretty good set of t-shirts, black and blue, so that is what I keep changing. So yeah, I want to set it as a baseline. Okay, everybody. Yeah, I think that is what we need to reach to. That is what we need to really convince ourselves. Yeah. So just wanted to let everybody know that the remedies screen is completely revamped now. The new release which we are going to make is going to give you considerably wonderful experience when you are seeing your remedies, because you are seeing something which has a potential to do considerable change in your life. So for that, we want to make the appearance convincing, so that you guys can at least feel comfortable while seeing that. So that is the one thing we are doing. Second thing, we are introducing the matchmaking, which is the most extensive matchmaking available out there in entire world, is what I can guarantee you, because it does the calculation and the interpretations of your positioning of the planets and the Ashtakut Milan is extremely practical in nature. I want to give you guys something which you can correlate with, right? Rather than giving you some gyan which is not going to make any difference, right? Because we read and we forget. So as long as there is something which you can get entangled with, and it is getting registered somewhere back of your mind, I think that is where the win is. So we are going to give you something which is really remarkable, and you can also export that in form of a PDF. Even right now also, if you are asking any questions, you can share those outcomes as a PDF with your friends and family if you have created somebody else's profile. So those features are already there. So the new capabilities are going to be just an extension to it. But obviously technology is not what we are selling here. We are selling the capability of minimizing your hassles in your life, giving you more clarity, and obviously everything comes with a cost. So we are still trying to make sure that whatever we give, for example, if you go and ask similar question to one of the well-known applications out there, it would be costing you around 300 to 400 rupees. Even if you go and talk to an astrologer, so the level of detail we are going would take at least 40 to 45 minutes before somebody conveys the message back to you, why something is happening in your life. So if you just look at the overall ecosystem which is working currently around the questions which are being asked, it is quite expensive. Now what we are doing, we are just making it available to you in just 25 rupees. I know it is not cost effective, but that's where the technology and the brain of mind comes into the play. So it's my business trade, but I'm more than happy to tell, because if somebody is going to copy this, then definitely end user would get the benefit out of it. So that the the benefit or the crux of this is, we do have local systems. We do have local systems, and those systems are curating. First of all, they are generating all the possible combinations somebody can have. So if somebody is coming from the mathematics background, they do understand what is combination permutations, right? So we do have algorithm which generates the possible combinations for any specific area of prediction. That is one thing we do. Second thing, we do have homegrown and locally trained large language models, and I do have a different system which is heavily loaded with GPUs and all. So we go ahead, we curate this. First we prepare all the possible combinations, then we go ahead and start producing the outcomes for that. And then the third step is where we go ahead and do the validation of the outcomes. And the fourth step is, once the data is validated and we find that all the predictions which are being generated are reasonably good, we just make them available to you guys. So this is one time cost. Definitely the GPUs and other things which we have already curated, we have already invested in that. So it's a matter of economy of scale. It's a matter of designing an architecture which is scalable enough. It's a matter of having a genuine intention to offer the services at a very reasonable price, because the people out there have already burnt considerable money behind these things. So that is the intent we have. Obviously we are not going to make good money if we continue to do this, but who thinks about money? Money follows, is what I have always learned about. So I want to share one story before I close. So at the very early days of my career, right, I opened my first company in 2006, just to let everybody know. So that was a software company, and after that I moved to corporate, and formally I started working with IT companies. And even when you are working with IT companies, if you get extra perks and if you get a freelancing job, then definitely people go ahead and do that, right? So I also did. So the very first freelancing job which I took, they paid me 500 rupees. The very first freelancing job I did. And in that 500 rupees I worked for a month. That application was called Tomatodo. It's a game, you guys can search for it. So in this 500 rupees I worked for a month. But money was not my intention. My intention was excellence. And I continued doing that extra work for around 7-8 years. But after 7 years, yeah, just 500 rupees. After 7 years, I realized one thing. I was making money more than anyone could really think of, but I was not learning anything. And that was the day I stopped that. I completely moved out of it. I left big projects. You guys may know about Bet 365. You guys would have seen that. So the initial founding team, I am the member of that. So you guys can expect what I have come or done in the past. But the point I'm trying to make here is very simple, that never work for money. Work for excellence, work for something unique which can make a difference. Obviously, best of your knowledge, you can put your honest efforts. And obviously, if you're honest, doesn't matter whether it's excellent or not, money would follow. So people who are working for money are doing their biggest mistake of their life, because at the time of death, money would not go along with you. Your experience is what you are going to carry, because your consciousness is based on that. So the logic is very simple: don't work for money, work for experience, and money would follow. Somebody out there knows how much you need, right? How whatever you need, that guy is going to make it available to you. So at least have that belief, have that trust, and do whatever you feel is the best you can do at the given point in time. As long as you follow that, outcomes are going to be miraculous. Trust me on that. I have lived this life so far with a very pure intention of serving people. When I was in IT, even you guys can go and check my LinkedIn profile. I worked for, I think, 13 years in IT, and I do have around 56 or 57 recommendations coming from all my clients or a few of my colleagues. So that is not to showcase anybody. That is to just there are two ways to earn, right? So one is you can earn in monetary terms, and another one is you can earn a reputation. So even today, if I make a call, I can get into any company I wish, because I do have good connects there. But what exactly it is going to give me? Because companies have nothing to teach me now. Whatever they could teach me, I have already attained. Now, next thing is exploring my true potential. No. I have. I wanted to talk about this, Neha, but I thought it would be too much of getting into your personal experiences. But I can assure you, if you would have seen my LinkedIn profile, so I have worked with people who are there in Australia, and the lineage of Australian people, you guys understand what is the derivative of that, right? So I mean, it's all about mindset, yeah. Neha, I understand there are really bullshit people out there who really tries to make your life hell, but getting out of that situation is what makes you a person. हाँ, बात करेंगे. So Neha, what I'll do, I'll give you a call. अभी मैं जा रहा हूँ. So I'm feeling hungry. In 4 minutes I'll close the session, but definitely we'll speak about it. The only thing I would suggest you, just read the book I sent you, right? And obviously they will try to make your life hell, but now there are multiple ways, right? And I think you are already looking into that direction. Changing job is one of the options you have. Why not to change it? Yeah, but I would say that at some point you would realize, and you have to learn it. Sooner you learn it, better your life experiences would be. So learning what I'm talking about, what I want you to learn. I want you to learn to deal with these bullshit people. Otherwise, in every organization, the kind of attitude you have, right? Somebody would be there to bully you, right? And how long you want to allow them to do that, right? So maybe you need to change your attitude, and that all happens over time. That all happens when you try certain practices. Like you are focusing too much on your health right now, you should also go for something which helps you improve your confidence and your public dealing capabilities. As long as you can invest some money there, it will do a considerable change in your life. So think about it. There are ways to deal with people, and as your experience grows, right, I'm sure you will learn how to deal with these kind of people. And I want you to develop that intuition, right? In the very first meeting, even I don't see a lot of people here, right? But still the kind of words they choose, the kind of message they are sending gives me a very good idea about what mentality they come here with, right? So I want you to develop that is very much required, because you are in corporate, and knowing someone's intention in advance is always going to help you make up your mind and be prepared how you are going to deal with that person. If you don't know, if you don't understand what mentality someone carries, then the chances of you getting trapped is pretty straightforward. So the one thing you need to develop is your intuition, your capability to understand the intentions of people, and you need to take your intellect to a level where if somebody is talking to you, should feel a sense of fear, right? A sense of insecurity. Giving that sense of insecurity to others always helps you position yourself in a position which is threatening to others, and it is always required in corporate. And people who do this are the one who are going to rule the corporate. If you are just yes sir guy, then people are there to just screw you. It's a very simple rule, and that is the way things work. And there is a lot of content available out there, but the point is intention. If you are not thinking right, if you are not thinking in the right direction, obviously you will be getting attracted to the wrong content also. So now if you are going behind wrong thing, then the outcome would also be wrong. And the purpose of this channel is, I don't think how long we would keep talking about astrology. At some point we will spread, we'll go wide, we'll talk a lot more other things also, which can help people have a better control over their life, because astrology is just one simple aspect. Yeah, obviously it tells you what's there in the future, but currently what you're experiencing is something which is already accumulated. So how do you get out of this is what is also very important. So at some point we'll talk about that else also. नहीं किसी की नहीं लगी पड़ी है, इसको ऐसे मत देखो, किसी की भी नहीं लगी राहुल भाई, सच बताऊं। आप इसको दूसरी तरीके से देखो ना, दिस इज़ अ टाइम फॉर यू टू टेक रेस्ट। आप हमेशा एक ही स्पीड पे थोड़ी दौड़ोगे राहुल भाई, आप हमेशा एक ही स्पीड पे नहीं दौड़ोगे ना, कभी स्लो होगे, कभी फास्ट हो जाओगे। और ये यहाँ इस चैनल पे जिस तरीके के लोग आएंगे वो सारे उसी तरीके के होंगे ना। सो दैट डज नॉट मीन, एंड इट्स अ वेरी टाइनी फ्रैक्शन ऑफ पीपल हु आर कमिंग हियर, राइट। करोड़ों अरबों की आबादी है, उसमें से कुछ लोग आते हैं। आप कहीं पे भी चले जाओ, जितने भी चैनल्स हैं, आप एक्यूमुलेटेड भी देखोगे तो कितने लोग आते होंगे। तो मेरा कहना है कि इससे मत इन्फ्लुएंस हो कि दुनिया में सब कुछ इधर उधर ही हो गया है, बट मेरा कहना है कि वी नीड टू सी थिंग्स इन अ डिफरेंट पर्सपेक्टिव। हमेशा वी कांट रन ऑन द सेम स्पीड। समटाइम्स व्हेन यू आर स्लोइंग डाउन, दैट डज नॉट मीन you are left behind. That's the time to groom yourself, reskill yourself, spend more time with your family. Maybe you have not visited a relative, just go and see them, right? For example, when I left corporate, there was nobody and there was nothing they could teach me. Then why would I work there? Just for money? And do you think leaving corporate was a wrong decision? No. Because पैसा तो आप कभी भी कमा सकते हो यार, है ना, बट ये एक्सपीरियंस कहाँ कमाओगे? एंड इवन इन कॉर्पोरेट, अब मैं 10 साल और करके कहीं तो जाके CTO बनूंगा नहीं ना। Why would I do that? Why would I waste my 10 more years to become a CTO of a company where people are not having any clue what are they doing? So better I will build my own organization, right, where I know what I'm doing. I'm in touch with the latest technologies. So purpose and intent सबके अलग अलग हैं। तो मेरा ये कहना है कि गलत किसी की लाइफ में कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा है। Whatever you have experienced, whatever you have seen is just a reflection of whatever you have done. जब आपको दिख गया कि हाँ चीज़ें ठीक नहीं हैं या चीज़ें आपके फेवर में नहीं हैं, यू शुड हैव ऑलरेडी टेकन अ ब्रेक. वाई यू वेट फॉर योर हेल्थ टू टेल यू कि भागो यहाँ से, हम निकलो, राइट? You should have done that well in advance is what I feel. Rahul, this was in your context. I am Kanaya business plan. नहीं, आई एम का कोई इसमें लेना देना है नहीं. दे गाइज नेवर टॉट मी कि आप ये जाके करना. And some of the professors were not very interested, but the one who taught us the yeah yeah no, it's not that. Everybody has a progression in their career, right? Now if you go and check my GitHub account, which is not public, but वहाँ जितना कोड है ना, शायद उतना कोड लिखने के लिए आदमी 2 बार जन्म लेगा. So it depends, Rahul bhai, how are you progressing in your career. So if you are progressing slow, then 50, 55, 60 कैसे निकल जाएगा, you will not realize. If you are moving fast, then obviously you would look for something which is lucrative, which keeps you engaged, which makes you feel alive, right? So वो makes you feel alive वाला experience सब अलग अलग तरीके से ढूंढते हैं. पर मेरा यही कहना है कि वो अपनी लाइफ ख़राब करने के बाद वो रियलाइजेशन होना थोड़ा ठीक नहीं है. तो होना वो ऐसे चाहिए कि यू रियलाइज इट व्हेन यू हैव टाइम. जब टाइम निकल जाए और आप उस ट्रैप में फंस करके अपने आप को डैमेज कर लें, देन यू थिंक अबाउट ऑल दीज थिंग्स. इट्स नॉनसेंस. माई पॉइंट इज़ वेरी सिंपल. Never look for anyone's validation. I told my wife also the other day, she took it differently. बट मेरा कहना है कि कभी किसी का वैलिडेशन किसी को नहीं ढूंढना चाहिए, राइट? आई टेल यू वन वेरी क्विक स्टोरी. अनदर वन, माई डॉटर इज़ इन 2nd class and she had to submit a school project. Now the kids in her class are preparing a project where they are simply creating a hut or just creating a wind meal or something like that. They are creating very ordinary things. I took her to the stationery shop. We bought the complete kit, right? I personally selected that kit. We bought set of LEDs, we bought set of LDR sensors, we bought resistance, we bought different capacitors which are required. Now people here would be thinking, this guy is an astrologer, this guy is a software engineer, this guy is a mechanical engineer, or who the hell he is. But I'm saying that at a given point in time, if you are living that moment, you can do anything, is what I want to tell. And now we do have a fully functional model which has a solar panel, small solar panels you can buy from Amazon also. I bought it from the local shop. It is connected with the LDR. It has a continuous supply going to the batteries which are being charged. And that LDR sensor, you guys read about what LDR does. Basically it works on the light, right? So when there is a light, then sensor would not supply the power. When there is no light, then it will turn on the bulbs, right? So we do have a fountain, a small fountain, which will start working as soon as it turns dark, right? So we are building that, and it's pretty much ready. Probably I'll show you guys the outcome we have. So the point is very simple. किसी के लिए काम तब तक करो जब तक आप अपने काम करने लायक हो नहीं जाते हो. जिस दिन आपको लगे कि आप अपना कुछ कर सकते हो, किसी के लिए भी काम मत करो. वेरी सिंपल. आप अपना करोगे, उसमें हो सकता है इतना कुछ आप ना कर पाओ, लेकिन इतना कुछ करने की ज़रूरत भी नहीं है ना. अंत में तो राख ही होना है ना. तो वो राख होने से पहले इतना कुछ क्या करना है. बहुत सिंपल सा हुआ है. तो किसी का वैलिडेशन मत ढूंढो. जॉब तभी तक करो या किसी के लिए काम तब तक करो जब तक आपके पास सफिशिएंट नहीं है टू सर्वाइव. वंस यू हैव दैट एंड इफ यू आर स्किल्ड इनफ, डू समथिंग ऑफ योर ओन. कभी ये मत बोलो कि सबकी लगी हुई है, किसी की नहीं लगी हुई है. मतलब राहुल, इसमें आप बुरा मत मानना, बट मैं आपको बोल रहा हूँ, आपको कौन रोक रहा है. आप जाके ब्रेड पकौड़े की एक वो लगा लो. मतलब व्हाट अमित शाह वाज सेइंग, राइट? पकौड़ा भी बेच सकते हैं एंड ऑल दैट. हु इज स्टॉपिंग यू? इफ नथिंग इज वर्किंग इन योर लाइफ, चाय तो बना के बेच ही सकते हो भाई. चाय और बिस्किट छोटा धंधा लग रहा है आपको. बट जस्ट एक्सनरेटिंग दैट, आई एम सेइंग चाह है तो राह है यार. सब कुछ कर सकते हो. बट मेरा बस वही कहना है कि मेरी दादी कहा करती थी कि देयर वाज अ स्लैंग, आई कांट से इट हियर, बट अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल करेंगे तो कुछ नहीं करेंगे और करेंगे तो ऐसा कर देंगे कि बस विच इज़ नॉट टॉलरेबल एट ऑल. तो मेरा बस यही कहना है कि यू कैन डू एनी थिंग एंड एवरी थिंग. द ओनली डिफरेंस इज़ योर विलिंगनेस. आप करना चाह रहे हो, नहीं करना चाह रहे हो. एंड आई हैव सीन वेरी लेस पीपल हु आर गोइंग एक्स्ट्रा माइल. ऑफिस में तो एक्स्ट्रा माइल 12 बजे तक आदमी चला जाता है, बट जब अपना करने की बात आती है ना, तो बिस्तर बहुत अच्छा लगता है. ठंड की और रज़ाई की गर्मी बहुत अच्छी लगती है. सो yeah, Kundli can guide us, and there is a request which came from अरे बिरयानी कबाब भी. बारिश हो रही है. नहीं, good. So a few people, means most of my clients are from Bangalore, and Neha, just to compliment what you said, right? They asked that we don't want to read Kundli. We want to see for my kid which line of profession would be good. So that is something we are going to introduce. So when you go inside your birth chart, then what are the possible professions you should be considering would also be there. So rather than doing it at an individual level, we are just now going to make it democratized, where everybody can go and use that. So that is something which is also coming, which tells you whether you can sell a pakoda or biryani or whatever. And a few people may not know that Lacuna Astro is just a product of Samakalan Technologies, right? So Samakalan Technologies is a private limited company I opened 7 years before, and the revenues you would see is still zero there. So from this year we are going to start filing the ITR for that. ITR we have been filing, but that's in nil ITR right now. So what I wanted to tell, the meaning of Samakalan is integration, right? So Samakalan का जो मतलब होता है integration. So we are going, the purpose of opening that organization, that private limited company, was I don't want it to just stick to this. This is just the first step. I opened 2 more companies along with it. I opened Track Neutral. I opened Wheelwise. Track Neutral I had to exit because of the financial requirements it had, and we have built a complete prototype of carbon neutralization. So if you guys are thinking that this guy is just here to talk about Rahu Ketu, no. So I'm here to talk about a lot of other things, but probably when the time would come. So we have built track neutral. It's a cooler size product, but what it does, it sucks the carbon from the atmosphere and then it captures that, and then there is a specific material which is used to capture the carbon, and then there is a complete scientific process to extract the carbon and create different products out of it. So that is one thing we started, but I had to take a pause because it was sucking a lot of my savings, but we would resume it. We also launched a company named Wheelwise. So a lot of people in India go ahead and buy their cars. So how do they choose the best car for them? So it's not like the other companies which are doing these things, right? So we have built a complete suite for it also. We never released that, but at some point we would consider releasing all that also, but that's not the priority at the moment. Again, I'm coming to the point. जिनको कुछ नहीं करना होता उनको कंप्लेन करना होता है. So जिनको कुछ करना होता है उनके पास बहुत सारे साधन हैं, बहुत सारे मौके हैं करने के. अब वो करें ना करें वो उनकी चॉइस है. Yeah. With this message, I would like to close now. I don't ask you this question during our call. No, Neha, no problem at all. We'll do one thing. Tomorrow when the session starts, right, you can come and ask this question, or you just leave a message there on the WhatsApp. Tomorrow when the team comes, I'll ask them to just update you on this. With this message, I would like to close now, and we'll resume the session tomorrow again, morning around 10:30. Till then, you guys take care of yourself. My name is Anand. I'm the founder and CTO of Laguna Astro, and I wish you all to do something for you. Don't just say that कि सबकी लगी पड़ी है ना, किसी की नहीं लगी पड़ी है, आपने खुद अपनी लगा रखी है. is the point I want you to be clear about. यहाँ कोई तीसरा नहीं है क्या करके they will mess up with your life. You are the one who is messing up with your life. जितनी जल्दी वो क्लियर हो जाए दिमाग में उतना बढ़िया है, नहीं तो ज़िंदगी भर हम किसी को ब्लेम ही करते करते मर जाएंगे. With this message, I would like to close now, guys. Let's connect tomorrow morning at 10, and we would have another session at 5 p.m. Tomorrow evening. Till then, take care of yourself, and good night.